Hello everyone, my name is Shelly Stern. I am a blogger, Etsy shop owner, Udemy instructor, author, and podcast host. So in this presentation, I'm going to be talking about the elements of a holistic lifestyle. So first of all, let's ask the question, what is a holistic lifestyle? It is a lifestyle that is made up of healthy daily routines and self-care practices that improve the health of your body, mind, and soul. These are natural, safe, time-tested ways that are usually free or very inexpensive. So this sounds really awesome, right? This is something that I've been passionate about for many, many years, and I recently started teaching people how to do this, how to create a holistic lifestyle where your life is in alignment with nature. And these are, like I said, they're all natural and safe and time-tested, and they don't cost a lot of money. So this has been a really strong passion of mine, and I am so happy to share this information with all of you. So a lot of people might be thinking, but if this is all just basic stuff, don't we already know it? And that is kind of true. However, a lot of people like to have all of the information in one place, and so it just is more organized and easy to learn that way. And also, you might not know of all of the things that you can do that are really easy to implement into your life. So I have become an expert at that because one of my goals is to save money, and I love staying healthy, not spending a whole lot of money. So let's get a little deeper into this subject. What are the benefits of living a holistic lifestyle? So you will have less stress, anxiety, and depression. You will, of course, have better physical health because that is probably the main part of trying to live in a healthy way. Your body will be healthier. You will also find that you have a deeper connection with your authentic self, with nature, and the universe. So this is because when you live in alignment with nature, you feel a more deeper connection with it. And since humans are part of nature, we feel closer to ourselves as well, and we feel that oneness with the whole universe. So really, everything feeds on itself. When you live in a holistic way, you are improving your physical health, mental health, and spiritual health all at the same time. So let's go through some common mistakes that people make when they try to live in a holistic way. The first one is that they do things sporadically, not regularly, and without a plan. So you might have heard the phrase, you are what you repeatedly do, and that is very true with living a holistic, healthy lifestyle. Because if you just do something maybe once every 3 days, and then you skip 4 or 5 days and do it for 2 days and skip some more days, that's not really going to give you the benefits that you would get if you do things on a regular basis. And this is why having a daily routine is so crucial. And also having a plan is important as well, because without a organized list in front of you, you don't really know what to do, you don't remember what to do, and you don't have the motivation because you can't see how you are progressing. And this is why using trackers and planners is also a really good idea. Another common mistake is that people spend too much money on fancy, expensive gadgets. And this goes back to what I said about this lifestyle being natural and time-tested, because all of these things are free or very, very inexpensive. So our ancestors lived this way. They knew how to live in alignment with nature so that they did not need gadgets. And nowadays there are so many people out there, they're trying to sell a $500 item and they claim that it'll heal all of your, health issues. We really don't need that. Now, there are some situations, of course, where maybe if you are healing from a disease or a cancer, that would, if you have the money to buy something like that, it would probably help. But if you are already healthy, or if you are mostly healthy, then living a holistic lifestyle is a preventative thing so that hopefully you don't get to the point where you need all of those fancy, expensive gadgets. And the last mistake that I'm going to talk about is people focus too much on the physical body, or they don't focus enough on the soul. So holistic is body, mind, and soul, all three, and all three equal. And when you hear about people trying to improve their wellness, their health, they usually think, I'm going to go on a diet, or I'm going to go to the gym now, and that's really what they mostly focus on. They completely disregard the spiritual aspect of it. And living a holistic lifestyle, everything works together. So your mental health and your spiritual health will both help your physical health. Likewise, everything else works together to improve the other one. So it's a synergistic relationship. So now I'm going to go through the basics of each of these, and we're going to start with the body. So these are the 6 basic things that you need to do for optimal physical health. We want good sleep. We want to eat mostly whole foods. We need to get the right sunlight. We need to drink the right water. We need to have healthy air, and we need daily movement. So all of these are the basics. This is really what it comes down to. There doesn't need to be anything extra, anything special. It's just basic. And if you notice, these are all natural things. Everybody sleeps. Food grows naturally in the ground, and the sunlight is natural, water is natural, air is natural. These are all elements. And movement is how our bodies get through life, and we need that. We need to have proper movement. So all of these things work together, and this is really where it all comes down to, just these 6 things right here. And then when it comes to your mind, these 6 things right here, I think, are the most important, which are stress reduction, meditation, ending toxic relationships, life balance, mind expansion, and creativity. So provided that you do not have a mental illness, of course, then these things will help you to stay on top of your mental health. So it's really all about living in alignment with nature, and that includes, not being stressed out. You might have heard of the nervous system has 2 different systems. There's like the parasympathetic, and then there's the sympathetic. So the sympathetic is where your body is in fight or flight mode, and it thinks that something is attacking it. And the parasympathetic is where you are in the rest and digest mode. When, that's when you're going to be detoxing and healing. And that's the state you want to be in most of the time. So when it comes to your body and your mind even, you really want to reduce that stress. And meditation is a great way to do that. In fact, there's a lot of ways that you can work on your mental health, and journaling is actually another one of those. So, there's just so many things that you can do that will help your mind. And this is why you also want good relationships, because that is a major cause of stress in the world. And most people will agree. If you have a toxic relationship or any stressful relationship, if your job is stressful, those things are all going to eat away at you. And that's why life balance is so important, because you really want to have a balance of the time that you are in the parasympathetic system versus the sympathetic. So it's very important to focus on your mind. This is why, they always say that your mind affects your body, and likewise the other way around too. So it's very, very important for life balance, and especially balance with all 3, body, mind, and soul. So now let's talk about the soul for a minute. These things are part of what helps your soul develop, having a higher purpose, or a life purpose, becoming more connected to a higher power of your choice, enjoying a nature connection, learning about spiritual topics, and that's the fun part. That's where most people start when they don't know too much about it. Contemplation and journaling as well, and these go along with meditation, I think. I think some of the best things that you can do on a daily basis are meditation, journaling, and just that, contemplation means just to sit and think and ponder and just turn off the outside world and go within. And this is where, you feel connected to your higher self when you spend more time going within. And that's where journaling is so important. And learning your life purpose and living it, they've actually proven that when you know your life purpose and you are actually living it, that you are happier. And so that's something that I talk about a lot, because I think it's very important that people are living their life purpose and not living for other people. And I mean, when I say that, I don't mean not helping others, but we need to pour from a full cup. If we have an empty cup, we cannot help others. And this is why self-care is so crucial. And that's a really big part of living a holistic lifestyle. So what can you do today to start living a healthy, holistic lifestyle? So you want to choose the practices that you want to do regularly. That word is always so hard to say. So these are things that you are happy about, excited to do, because everybody knows that you are not going to stick with anything if you don't enjoy it. And this is why people go to the gym January 1st, they say, this is what I'm going to do, and the first of the year, this is your resolution, and then usually by springtime they have stopped going, because the gym is not a fun activity unless you are one of those people that can enjoy the gym. But what I like to tell people is do fun things that are good for your body, mind, and your soul. And that's why I talk so much about things like yoga, journaling, dancing, walking. Those are all things that are easy for your body to do, and they also help your mind, and everything helps your soul. So choose practices that are fun for you, that are good for your body, mind, and your soul, and then you know that you will be able to do them on a regular basis. The next thing is to use a planner. I mentioned earlier how if you are using a tracker or a planner, that is how you will stay motivated. You will see the results from your actions. You will know what to do and when to do it. And it sounds really strict, but a lot of people don't like using planners because they'd rather be spontaneous and not have a strict schedule. But really, when it comes to being healthy, this is a very, very good thing. And I've even heard people say, I think they might have done studies on this, that your chances of success go way up when you use a planner. And I think that that also is true when you use journals. I think journals and planners both fall into that category, because I think writing in a journal is one of the first steps that we should take when you're trying to transform your life. And that's why they are the things that I talk about the most. So another thing you can do is to make everything a habit so that it becomes effortless. This comes along with doing things on a regular basis. If something is not a habit, then it's going to be much harder. And we're all here to learn the easy way to do things, so it can become effortless when you make things a habit. Continue to learn so that you can add new practices and mix up your routine with some variety. So some people do not like doing the same things every day. And, these things can even change depending on the seasons. So, like in the summer, you might want to go for a jog outside. And in the winter, you might want to spend more time indoors, of course. So you might want to mix up your routine, and this is why learning new things on a regular basis is good. You don't want to get stuck in a rut. So this is where I come in. I like to help people. I like to guide people on how to create their holistic lifestyle. I have printable downloads in my Etsy shop. At the time of recording this, I have over 130, and those will be for anything that you need help with when it comes to changing your lifestyle, becoming more organized, getting to know yourself, working through your issues, lots of things for the body, mind, and the soul. So if you're interested in learning how to create a meal plan or how to learn how to do yoga, I have almost anything you could think of. I even have like comprehensive packages where you get a couple of them together and they cover everything, like complete holistic lifestyle planners. So my products are journals, planners, checklists, and I have a few other random things in there as well, but the majority of my products are journals and checklists and planners. So I also offer online courses if you are interested in learning more in depth of what I talked about today. All of those basics, I go deeper into depth with those in my online course. I also teach an online course about Ayurveda, which is a 5,000-year-old system from India that is all about prevention, and they're all about the body, mind, and the soul as well. So it really ties in good with everything that I talk about. My website also has free articles. I've also got a YouTube channel and a podcast. So however you like to learn, I've got something for everybody. And here is my Etsy shop, printable workbooks, planners, journals, checklists, and more, so that you can transform your body, mind, and soul. So here's my website, holisticlifestyleguide.com, and you should find everything there, so that would be a great place to start. And I would like to thank you so much for your attention today, and I hope that you learned something and became a little bit inspired and motivated to transform your life through living a holistic lifestyle. Thank you again.